I can't hear you. I can hear me. I don't know. Welcome,
There we
guys, to
go.
Steve's First
Okay,
Death.
there we go.
I'm Jess. Blank's figuring out his mic.
Yep.
And
What's up?
yeah, okay, I can hear you now.
Hey! Fuck, what did I just say at the
Thank
beginning?
you.
It was so funny. It wasn't that funny.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I said, oh yeah, we're just up to our normal professionalism here on Saves vs. Death, which makes it even better.
That's fantastic.
Oh. Anyway, I am also half dead, so bear with me here. But I'm happy to be here, hang out with y'all, even if we are not going to. Hey, not important to hear me. Fuck you, man. Love you. Jess is quiet compared to Blank. I'm loud as fuck.
Probably not. I was just real quiet in that one moment.
I'll turn her up anyway. We'll see.
Sure,
Let us know if you notice anything. Anyway, we're here. Half our cast is like not. They come down with something. Something's going around. We all have kids. Well, most of us. And yeah, that tends to be a lot of sick days. Honestly, kids are gross, but I love them. Anyway, so we're here. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I will answer. I should probably move this over so I'm actually looking at somebody. We will answer to the best of our abilities. In the meantime, though, I guess we should talk about. Well, you had some questions about. Hey, thank you for the sub. Yes, you're amazing, my dear. I miss you. You wanted to ask questions about the DLC. I mean, we can get into that, or we can do something else. I don't know. I really don't have like a plan.
We don't have an itinerary, guys.
Yeah, we don't have an itinerary. There's no script. I'm off script.
No. So you know how well this is going to go.
Yep. Blank and Jess are the best. No, you are. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Fuzz. I was wondering what your thoughts were on the sorry, I have to respond with like hearts, and then I lost my notes.
Train of thought.
Mind games, the Segatari mind games.
Segatari mind games. Yeah.
The ones where it's slotted into your Neuralink and the games.
And then it's kind of like an overlay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like augmented reality. It's a cool idea.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Really cool.
No, I would never do that in real life. Fuck no. I don't want an overlay in real life. Although I will say in college I was working on this
says the Netrunner? Excuse me?
I was gonna say something similar. In college, one of my projects was to work on this like a Google Glass application. I was riding my motorcycle a lot at the time. And I was always annoyed because I wouldn't know like when the weather would change. So I wrote this app that would just like go out and ping the weather, you know, like a weather API every so often, and then, you know, come back to you and tell you what the weather's going to be like in the next hour or whatever. And yeah, wearing that Google Glass felt like this frickin' system, obviously. A little bit. I found myself like talking to people but not really listening. I was like scrolling Facebook or whatever on my fucking Google Glass at the time. It was not good. This is a terrible idea in reality, but it is a cool idea for Cyberpunk because it's so Cyberpunk.
I just wrote myself a note to make like some sort of motorcycle upgrade that has that exact thing, but like next to one of your other displays, like your gas display or something. There's like a weather thing that constantly updates.
Yes.
Yes.
For what? Oh, is this for like a DLC?
I make homebrew all the time. I don't know. It's a cool idea. Maybe I'll just ask you if I can have it in our game. I
Okay.
don't know, man. It's a cool idea. I'm writing it down.
It was a useful idea because it would like send you, it'll be an alert because I wanted to know
Yeah.
immediately.
And I did make a weather alert like app for Cyberpunk RED, but that's for extreme weather only.
Right.
On a motorcycle, it's kind of important to know if it's going to rain or not.
Yep. It sucks when it rains
Yeah.
and you're not ready for it. Turn mic volume up so it's still too low. Hold on. I think I
you're
probably
too
need to
loud.
do it. I might be too loud.
I think
but
you should turn yourself down.
I'll turn you up.
Wow. Wow.
I'm blowing your ear. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear I'm blowing out your ears because normally
Did you just mute your mic? Because that was the most hilarious thing about being excited to be happy. And the mic was like, no, we're done with that. Like the mic shushed you. That, that is glorious. Guys, if you like what you do and you want to see more of these hijinks, did you know that you can support us through Patreon? Or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get a free sub for Twitch every single month, and you can go ahead and link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and you can gift us a sub every month through Prime, and it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us out.
does.
And maybe it'll make Link's mic.
I unplugged it because I'm too
point.
animated when I speak.
This is glorious. I would also like to remind you again
Oh no.
that did I do okay, games? I'm sorry. Tried.
I'm super smooth, man.
I still can't hear him.
You can't? Oh no. Hold on. The audience can, I think.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions at all for us about Cyberpunk RED,
Is that better?
about Shades of Scarlet.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, you guys can hear Blake. I can't hear Blake. That's a problem.
Okay, what about now?
Ah, yes.
Hello.
Now I can. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we obviously need like an audio engineer because I'm not it. I'm not it. I hate audio. It's the number one thing that I hate the most. Yeah. No. Which one was that one? Let me see. Rate of Fire 1. Oh, I mean, that one's okay. It one feels less like a mini game and just like a mechanic. Which is okay. Yeah. The rest of them did feel, I mean, they are called mini games. So they felt too like meta gamey. Yeah. For me to incorporate in a game. Maybe it'd be good for like a one shot. Sure. Oh my god. This is fucking Jesus Christ. Hold on. I am not the audio guy. Holy shit, I hate this so much. Is it this one? Try saying something, Jess.
Goodness, something.
There
Anyway,
you
we're
go.
talking about tactical something Overwatch. Is that what I said? Yeah, we're talking about the tactical
Tactical
Overwatch
Overwatch.
mini game from the DLC.
Yep.
There she is. Oh my god, so loud.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll turn her down. Jesus. What do you guys want from me? Holy shit. You want to hear people?
Balanced
You
audio.
want
Balanced audio.
do you want to hear people or do you want to not? Because those are your options.
Okay, Nuke says perfect on their end. Val says my volume's good.
Good. Cool.
I think we're okay. Anyway, you were talking about tactical over what? Peapod says
I'm a
subtitles,
little
please.
low. Oh, my fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we did try to get subtitles, but it's very wonky. I do believe though that you can get there's a Twitch app you can download, I think, that will apply subtitles. It's been a very long time since I've looked at it. So I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah, we did try to do like one that auto translates for us once, huh? I forget what the problem
We
was
tried a
with
few.
that. Yeah. What was the problem with that? I don't remember.
It wasn't capturing properly, and it wasn't picking up every word. So there'd be chunks missing,
Right.
and it was like misinterpreting who was speaking.
Yeah. Right. And we
Yeah.
are really a very low budget stream. So that's just the breaks. Okay, there we go. That should be better. How's it now? Too loud? Too quiet? Too what? Okay. Cool. That's what I'll do. Yeah, it only took us 14 minutes to solve any audio issues. That's a new record.
A new record.
Yeah.
I think the fact that it was good and then broke is possibly the highlight of our audio technical difficulties.
But yeah, so
Anyway,
I was saying that
tactical
tactical Overwatch, yeah, it feels like just a game mechanic. It doesn't feel as much like a mini game. There's no like game to it. But I looked at some of the other ones like the Parlor Panic and the main character, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever play with these.
I really like tactical Overwatch, which for those of you who don't know and haven't picked up the DLC or tuned into Night City so far, watch the videos of that. On a successful DV15 tactics check, the person can give the entire crew a +1 skill check bonus for that turn.
Yep.
Which I find
it is an
a
action
very
though.
fantastic utility. Yeah, it costs your action.
It costs an action.
So it costs your action. But I find that to be a really great utility support.
I think it's awesome. I think that should just be like a rule.
I really do. Yeah, like it.
Yeah, we could implement that in my game. Sure.
That would be great. Thank you.
Let's do it. I'll put it in my in the house rules or whatever.
Parlor Panic seemed like it would just seems a little OP.
Yeah. I mean, these I think they do have value. I think they'd be fun for like a one shot that you're just playing. Yeah.
Now, mind you, I will say for the main character minigame where if you roll a 10 on the D10, you have to listen to the internal monologue.
Yeah.
80 said that he'd be very interested in hearing Moxie's internal monologue, and I don't think that's true. I think that's a great concept. I don't think anyone wants to hear Moxie's internal monologue.
You fucking idiots. I fucking hate all of you. The contempt for you all.
What the fuck do I put up with this?
No, it would be
I mean, she said it before, but like even in Slight Shades of Scarlet spoiler for recent episodes, um, when she looked at Rex and Deeps just to be like, okay, you guys good, we can leave, and he's like, what about all the other people that we were supposed to kill? I mean, Moxie called him out. She was like, why would you ask that? That was her internal monologue. The fuck is wrong with you? Why would you ask that?
Yep.
You would have just heard it a little sooner.
Yep. Here, it's in the whatever.
This is why I don't bring my crew members along with me during important meetings. We debated thinking it would be interesting hearing Wraith, but then we assumed that Wraith would also just say whatever it was he was thinking. It wouldn't differentiate too much. I said Deeps' internal monologue would be interesting because he always thinks a lot and says very little.
I'm a little low now. Oh wait, that was old probably.
Twins could be fun too.
I think it would be fun to do the internal monologue one as maybe like a one episode thing in a long campaign, just for that kind of reason. It'd be like, it would be funny. It would remind me of an episode like in Buffy when they did the musical episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Arna, for
the
raid.
Thanks for the raid, Arna. Appreciate you.
Welcome
in,
Arna. Go ahead and
Raiders.
Follow.
Yes, he's super cool dude.
We're just doing a chat stream tonight, guys. So if you have any questions for us or
throw them in the chat.
Streaming, please do. Let us know.
We should be hopefully back next week, barring any stupid thing that happens. Yeah, I really wanted to get back to it. I'm very excited for the next episode. I think it'll be fun.
What are you?
A nice feel goods.
To?
Nice feel goods episode. Yeah. I also am interested to see what you have to talk about with Mr. Bridgefort.
Are you now?
I'm interested. Yeah.
It's definitely not like a 3-page, 2 1/4 page list of questions.
Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
No, what are your thoughts on that as a GM when your player, who's problematic like me, lets you know that they have 2.5 pages of questions?
Well, I just think about the situation, and I think I think of how horribly dissatisfying the scene might feel. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try my best. Okay, so you're going to get attacked by Atom Smasher in retaliation for stealing that road train. Yes.
Blank doesn't use canon characters.
I try not to. Yeah.
Maybe Adam Smasher.
I've incorporated. Yeah. Jimmy Crusher.
There you go.
Adam Smasher's impersonator.
Body double. Thank you for the hydrate, Patient Zero. So wait, I'm curious. Are you just are this interview? Is he just gonna be like, "I'm not talking to you. We're done"? Is that it?
No.
Okay.
Won't be that.
It won't be quite that bad.
Yeah.
Close, but not quite that bad.
I think that's about right.
These are the behind-the-scenes conversations that you guys normally don't get to.
You don't get a witness. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Although I
Matt
suppose we already
Slapper.
have. And yo, okay. Dice stacking? Okay.
Oh, we were talking about that. I was saying for D6s, it's not going to be that difficult, especially for someone like me who mostly uses 3d6 weapons. But on the off chance you rolled max damage with like a sniper and assault rifle, 5d6 to keep stacked up without like rolling another dice into that tower or bashing your knee against the desk and having them fall or
Yeah, true.
setting your drink down a little too hard. Like
I mean,
that, I feel is a lot easier to
I can't even
topple.
keep my microphone plugged in, so. Yeah.
Mind
Doesn't
you,
Atom
like
Smasher
Hades also
mostly work
said
for Arasaka? Yes, that is the main.
exclusively, I believe.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think you're right. Mostly work for. Wait. Yes, he does, and that is the main villain of this story. Villain. They're just people, man. What was your favorite game?
Thanks for the sub, Chen.
Oh yeah, thanks, Chen. Appreciate it. I did reply back to you, by the way, Chen. Sorry I missed it the first day. My week has been hell.
No, technically the bullet we stole is Zarifa. I think. The contents were Arasaka.
Correct.
Wasn't the bullet Zarifa though?
Yeah.
No, because Arasaka's not allowed in Night City. So Smasher starts walking around. Militech's gonna get pretty pissed pretty quick, and it's not the most subtle.
No.
So, what was my favorite game from the DLC? You know what? I don't do favorites. I subscribe to Jay Gray's. Don't do favorites.
I do favorites.
I don't.
I do.
So, but I will say I'm very excited to tweak and homebrew the mind game. Where is it? What's it called? Mr. Query's Trivia Dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Into a holographic
That's
watch
one
display.
of the overlays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives you a mostly harmless shock if you get it wrong. So I'm going to transform it into a watch that gives you a mostly harmless shock if you're wrong. And it's going to look like Clippy with a mustache and a monocle and a top hat because Mr. Query sounds very distinguished.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. So that one really stood out to me as just like, ooh, this is fun and I want to do something with this. Solar Hoops reminded me of, you weren't here for that conversation, but it reminded me of Space Jam. So actively looking for like Space Jam basketball team members out in the world.
Yeah,
seemed like a lot of
it
fun.
is very Space Jammy, that one.
Yeah. I really should go through this as a as Moxie and be like, would she pick up any of these? Also, NCPD Quest, is that like the training program Quinn's going through?
I guess. Sure. I've always thought of that one just being, the old Police Quest games. Did you ever play those?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. There was a series of games by Sierra. It was like a text-based adventure type. Well, there's graphics. But you would, type in stuff like look at the police car or whatever. Anyway, that made by Sierra back in the 90s, and it was kind of their. It was just a kind of a fun series. They'd have to do like actual policey things, otherwise you would immediately die. Like you had to inspect do a walk around inspection of your entire vehicle before you got in it. And if you didn't inspect any spot, then the vehicle would inevitably crash. But if you did, you'd be able to drive.
Oh, that's a little too punishing for my tastes.
Honestly, in those old Sierra games, the death scenes were some of the most fun parts. Honestly.
Oh, well, then it makes it worth it. Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Oh, if it was investigation, I could see Moxie being into that because she likes like puzzle solving and drama, but she's also embroiled in a lot of puzzle solving and drama, and I don't. That's why her Elfline's character is Dum Dum who just beats shit with its fists. It's so she doesn't have to think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Outside of that, I'm sure she'd love that type of game, but
For a more modern example, there's Police Simulator, Patrol Officers. I don't know. I've never played it, but
what about you? What was your?
I was actually going to say the Police Quest one, just because of that throwback. I remember that from my childhood. But outside of that, I think practically the cooking one, the Let's Cook Kibble or something. I think that had a cool flavor to it. Because goodness, I like to cook, but I hate doing it. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I think it makes sense. But anyway.
Kibble Kibble World Chef.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
And then of course Glub Glub World or Glub Glob World. No.
This that can't be a slime based one.
This is
yeah.
Yeah.
Glub World.
I'm just kidding because I hate glue. I'm very anti-glue.
You are. Well. Oh, speaking of, I was notified that CRT is a real person. When they said they were a demon, it just meant that was their like, I'm a pro gamer, in quotes. They are still a shill for Segatari though. But
Who?
they are
Who?
a real
Wait,
person.
what? Who? What? I missed it.
CRT
Sorry.
at the beginning of the lore. Remember, I theorized that they were an AI.
Oh, right.
In the station, they're not. They are a real person.
Oh, okay.
And
is this something you asked Jay Gray about or something?
No, actually, James DM'd me to inform me.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
nice
clarification from the writer themselves.
Well, there you
in
go.
a very positive
there
way.
You have it. Yeah, I'm sure.
No, CRT is a real person.
It was a fun DLC to read.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I can't believe of how many games he wrote. Like so many.
I can't believe that he wrote this many and had so many more that they had to tell him to stop.
That's so funny. I want to know the ideas that didn't make it.
I'm sure they'll come out at some point.
Probably. Maybe as a real game. Check out James Hutt Games.
There you go. JamesHuttGames.com.
Yep.
Sign up for the newsletter.
Yep.
Get access to the vault of all the games he's released.
His one Discord channel.
Yeah.
Yep. Do we have a James Hutt Games Discord channel invite handy? I don't think we do.
No, you have to sign up for the newsletter to get into the Discord.
Oh, he doesn't have an invite? Okay.
No. JamesHuttGames.com.
Wait, no, there's an invite.
I mean, you could maybe send it, but he prefers it if you sign up through the newsletter.
Yep, there you go.
Just because you can create an invite doesn't mean there is one.
No, it says it's like hidden. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I didn't know that was his philosophy, and I made a mistake. I'm sorry, James. I still love you.
It's all good.
I suck.
You guys should still sign up for the newsletter.
Yeah, sign up for the newsletter.
Get notified.
I got ahead of myself. Yeah, that was cool. All right.
He's actually recently been showing off maps of his new Beetle World project. So and art.
That's not
Gorgeous, gorgeous art.
new, is it? I mean, he's been working on that for a while.
New maps.
Oh, new
for
maps.
Beetle.
Oh, gotcha.
Like new continents and what's going on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I see his concept art here in his Discord channel. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the recent one.
Yeah. Bunch of. It's like a nomadic pack of beetles or something.
Yeah,
They're like Tuscan Raider beetles
it looks so cool. I
with
really
gaffy
like
sticks and everything.
the art for the book.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's really well done.
Oh.
I can't believe that they actually put Barbecue Simulator in. Yeah. Cooking Mama game with kibble. But
Well,
with
Barbecue
kibble.
Simulator came out with corporate con apps and studio problems.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
So that one was
Very bad at keeping track.
no, you know what? The only reason I know this, is because Games decided when I was running Indie Bandits that he needed a copy of Virtual Barbecue to play with his Sega Atari Rush.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, I want to go out and buy a copy of this. And I had to go and I had to look it up and find out where it was to find the price. It was, yeah, right. So yeah, we explained in Indie Bandits. And then when I saw this DLC and I checked the price of games and I saw that Sega Atari Rush games were $50, I was like, ooh, I charged games way more than that. So I like double checked the corporate con apps DLC, double checked the interface red book, and sure enough, it's 500 EB. So when they were making their revision, either they caught it or because I sent a notification, and there's a little data square now that says if the price is different in a book we've released, that price takes precedent. So it is still 500 EB for Virtual Barbecue.
Nice.
No.
Wait, why is it so expensive? Because it trains
No
you to
idea.
barbecue?
No, the description specifically says this will not help you barbecue in real life.
Oh, it's just like a user group app? I can't remember.
Yeah, you can compete against other people. Something corpos. Something.
Oh, what's this so
Shouldn't be interface red volume. Why is my volume 4 not with my other interface red books?
I don't know. I noticed that I'm like missing DLC in my folder every once in a while.
Because it should be in. It's in alphabetical order, so it should go 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 is not. Why not?
I don't know, friend.
What am I looking? What was I looking for? Corporate Condom Studio Apartments, Virtual Barbecue. Barbecue 500. Do you like grilling? Hell yes, you do. The only problem is you've got to have a backyard grill, and you haven't gotten there quite yet. With a Sega Atari Virtual Barbecue, you can train for your future as a master of the flame. Join virtual classes with other grill enthusiasts, hosted by real grill masters on your schedule. Keep track of what you learned using the app. And then it says, Virtual Barbecue is a fun multiplayer video game, nothing more. It doesn't really teach you how to grill. Plenty of, mostly, exact friendships have been started playing it, though. And you can't put a price on that, can you?
True.
So you play with others.
Friendship is the reward.
Make friends, yeah. There's no excuse for the price point. It's just, that's 500.
Okay. Well, that's fun.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot he spent like half a month's rent on a video game. Oh, games.
Yeah. Nice. That does sound like the games I know.
Oh.
Always with his wily games.
As a GM, a question for you as a GM.
Okay. What's up?
When we are searching for goods over 100,
Mm-hmm.
100 EB, how often do you consider the rarity and availability?
I try to consider it every time, but it's hard to think about. Um, I try to think about three things. Yeah. What the fixer is, really what he fixes, quote unquote. Um, the price of the item, and then how available I think that item might be. Now, I do make some judgment calls that maybe not everybody else would. Like I don't make grenades perhaps as rare as they actually should be. Because I know that at least checkers is like into the explosive thing, so I also try to account for what would be fun.
Mhm.
It's not going to be fun if the one thing your character is good at can't find ever the thing that they can do, right?
Yeah.
But I also have to balance that. Like you're not going to just because she's a demolition expert doesn't mean she's going to find C4 everywhere either. So yeah, I try to, and then I will make that judgment call when I roll for the fixer, whoever the fixer is. Obviously Rex in most cases this time. I don't think there's been a fixer roll outside of Rex. But yeah, and then I handle it that way. As some modifier to that roll, generally. Or just a no.
There really is. You generally do tend to be very binary. There's very little gray when you decide.
I don't know. Maybe. Is that
I
true?
think there's only been once where I want to say Wraith was trying to get, was it a $5,000 katana?
Uh-huh.
And he lost it like
Immediately.
quickly. And
Yeah.
then he had to try to get another one. And you were like, yeah, I can. But it's not going to be immediate like last time. Like that one actually took like a week before it
Oh,
came
in
in.
terms of like coming in. Yeah, well, you guys also don't.
That's sourcing it, right? That's
Yeah.
part of sourcing is how readily available is it. Doesn't mean like, yeah, you could get it. If his rank says he gets it, his rank says he gets it, but that doesn't mean it's available like
It's
within
quick.
an hour.
If there was an actual player character who was a fixer, I'd probably think through it a lot more. Because I'd have to.
Biased.
I guess. But you also haven't really ordered anything through Rex.
That's
that
too
much.
crazy, no?
That's too crazy. Yeah, everything that you've ordered has usually been found. I think, or no, that doesn't make sense. Anything that you have is typically been found. That is too rare. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe your pistols, but those were in the night market, and that was kind of a different setting.
No, one
the
pistol was
Tiger
in the night
Cat
market.
thing, the Hello Cutie.
The Hello Cutie that I never used pretty much since.
I know, because it's not a good mechanic,
It's
unfortunately.
not a good gun. But as my wardrobe style was, which I don't need anymore, but that's okay. I like it. It's a fun moxie
Pistol
weapon.
Yeah.
But her other two, I think one is just a generic. It's nothing special. She got it off a body. The other one she won during a party. It was her reward for cheating at shooting discs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I haven't
Technically,
really been.
she didn't cheat.
I haven't been faced with that situation a whole lot
Yeah.
either. But yeah, like Vel says, mostly what you guys buy from Rex is ammo.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because our players don't really read the. Not excluding you. Okay. Our players don't read the gear section in the book. I mean, it's just the truth, man. I love them to death, but they don't want to read. Oh no, I'm moving the skull. Oh, this medicine is really getting to my head, I think. What else?
The reason I ask is like even though it says if it's like under 100, it's still readily available. That's not necessarily true, right? Like for
I would
example,
think
Blank's
not.
game Darby's Castle Adventure is an old VR or VR arcade game.
Right,
That's not like created anymore.
right.
So that's not, even if it was only 50 EB, it's still not going to be something you can just go out and find on the streets.
Sure.
You're still going to need a fixer for that, and it's still possibly going to take you a while because you still might need a tech to code it or code a copy.
Yes, exactly. But I would probably, honestly, because of that rarity, I would value it higher. There was another instance where things took time, and that's when Games sold. Oh my god, sold his shoes.
Oh, sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, reading the books is generally the closest thing I ever get to actually playing. Sadly, oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I know how that
Single
feels.
player mode, really good.
Yeah, I've done a lot of single player playing.
Have you taken a
pretty
look
fun.
at single player mode yet?
I haven't.
Dude,
I think I did pick up.
lists and the tables are.
I picked it up from the store. I think, maybe, maybe I didn't, but I haven't really had a chance. The list in the store is good. I noticed you guys
There's
do
like
a lot.
60-ish
Oh god, sorry.
table, like pages of tables anyway.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah. For like corpse loot, factions, gangs, street smells, sounds, random encounters, random people, random relationships.
That's amazing. That's
It's
great.
so fantastic.
Do they have new like random encounters tables? Nice. Are they D100 tables or what size are the tables?
Great question.
They probably vary.
Verb, nouns, adjectives are D100. That's D100.
And is it like
D100.
one
Oh no, keep
every
hotels are a D2D6. This is deliver 2D6. Factions are 1D10. Yeah, it depends. Depends on the table.
It's cool. Yeah. I really should pick that up. If I haven't yet. I think it's in my drive, but I don't see it. And it's a physical book, right? Also?
Yep.
Or no? Yeah.
Yep.
I always prefer physical books, especially when you're doing solo RPGs, because you have so many resources, and having 1,000 windows just open for them is a little bit taxing when you're sitting down. So I like to set out my minis on a table, light some candles. I'm not even kidding. Get my character sheet and my laptop so I can record what happens, and then set up the little battle scene. have like a spread of books just open to pages that I think I'll use. GM screen with the inspiration words or whatever. Yeah. It's like an
Yeah,
event. It's like
single
a
player mode has blank forms to track to note down your like what you run into. Even for like combat tracking and stuff. It also does have random like hooks, developments, and cliffhangers
nice. That's cool.
to build a campaign.
So it must have its own like system that you use for GM list stuff, right?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
tons of tools.
Yeah.
Tons of tools.
That's cool. Is it anything like what we did for RNG
Very much so.
D&D?
Yeah, the Oracle section is the big one for
Yeah.
questions, and then
I think
there's like
that
clock
Oracle system is
mechanic.
the best.
There's how to deal with social or investigation or combat encounters. Each one has its own little section of what to do, how to
Like
build.
manage it. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's rad. Yeah. So gaming's fun, man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
And you know, you get to tell whatever story that you get to surprise yourself. I think is the coolest part.
Yeah.
Like it's only really coming from you. It's sure you got the inspiration words, and I think the system is necessary to like draw out these ideas that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. I don't know. Anyway, I can't sell it enough. Plus, it's also really good for like learning how to play a system. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So if you haven't played Cyberpunk RED before, pick up solo mode,
Single player mode.
single player mode, whatever.
Over on drivethrurpg.com.
Yep.
Yep.
Hours of fun to be had. Especially since like I tried to do like a Shadowrun solo game once, and finding resources for modern-esque stuff, I guess, was very difficult. Not a lot of good resources out there for randomized tables for that stuff. It's all usually fantasy. So there's that.
This one has tons of tables, so.
Yeah. Have they talked about what their next like mainline product is going to be?
I believe at this point, they've talked about the next two that are coming out will be Interface Red Volume 5 and Night City 2045. And I believe at this point it's a race for whichever one gets done first is the one that comes out first.
Okay.
I think from the last I spoke with Jay on Night City Sofa, it was Interface Red hopefully will come out this year so that it's up to date. It still may be early next year, but I think the goal is to get it out this year to collect everything from, or as much as they can from 2024. And I know Night City 2045 is in the layout stage. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm super excited about that.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
There's so many locations and description, and they're going to have street art like taken street level, so you really get a feel for the area.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, really looking forward to that.
I think that was my hardest part with envisioning some of the places when I was reading through the main book to figure out what they looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, like I don't have a great vision of what places like even little what is it called, Little Europe, even
Mm-hmm.
Little Europe or Pacifica actually really look like, especially with like in relation to how it looks with the 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 hot zone and Corpo Center, old Corpo Center.
Yep. Well, some look less under construction than others.
Well, right, yeah,
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Yeah, I know.
yeah. It's gonna throw all
I'm
of.
very excited.
Yep. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault.
As a GM, and spoilers for Shade Scarlet, why did you choose Arasaka as the bad guy over any of the other main corporations?
This is a great question. I don't know. I didn't have any reason. I just picked one. Well, no, that's not true, I guess. It's because traditionally in Cyberpunk, Arasaka is the bad guy corp. And so I just went with something traditional for the first campaign. I didn't know it was going to last 4 years.
No, you didn't.
Well, it's obviously part of that is my fault. But yeah, so I just like, well, this is, a cyberpunk feel, so I went with Arasaka. And then, I played the Cyberpunk 2077 game. I was like, oh shit. Well, I should have expected that. So, but I wasn't going to change it. I had so much written already, and so I was just like, all right, well, here it is. If they don't like it, that's okay. I did a lot of work. I hope they'll at least appreciate that.
We did.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that was I guess that was my thought process at the time. If I could have changed it, yeah, I probably would have. I would have made it something different. Maybe Biotechnica. That would have been a cool one. It is what it is now.
Then they could have come after Moxie for having one of their prototype animals.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Or baseline animals, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
You saved the one of the three.
Yeah, it did. With tequila taco paste.
But that apartment mission spoke to me, and after we played it, I was like, oh, this could be a cool like main plot. In retrospect, I probably did too many filler episodes. But I don't know. It also helped get to know the characters and their place, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah.
You guys get to watch as I break Blank's brain. That was some weird alliteration that I tripped over horribly.
I thought you nailed it. I'm gonna
Thanks.
Be honest. Yeah.
Didn't feel like it, but thanks. Um,
I'm just
I
thinking
was.
about. I don't think I could say it now. Break,
It was
blink,
rough
splang.
getting through
Nope.
it. Nope. Yeah.
Oh,
Um, I was thinking about the stuff Moxie has coming up, as I always do, and you had mentioned that she has some of the files that she has need to be scrubbed, cleaned up, something to be make the image clearer and the audio
oh yeah, for
clearer.
the for the
Yes.
footage. Yeah.
And I know the technology exists today, therefore I assume it will exist in the dark future. Is there a program / app she can buy to assist her with that?
Sure.
And how much is that going to cost?
I don't know. I'll have
That's
to
where
think
it
about
breaks,
that.
yeah. And see, I do try as a player to ask Blake these things before the game so he doesn't have to come up with it on the spot.
I do appreciate that. And oftentimes I've been prepared. I won't say every time. But oftentimes I'm like, oh yeah, I need to prepare for this. So I'm going to write something beforehand. But no, I really do appreciate that. And it helps. And so I'm not just going, the fuck do I do here?
Great question. Let me look at Black Chrome, look at all the different apps, average the
Yeah, exactly.
find one that minimizes it on stream while everybody else is waiting. Yeah.
Yep. Which is something I hope this extra time will do for our players if they want to do anything. Because I foresee, hopefully, fingers crossed, some downtime in the near future.
I like that universally in our group chat. It was, will we get downtime? And the default response was, if Moxie will let us.
I mean,
they're not wrong. It just really made me laugh. It's like, oh, she's not injured this time, so will she let us get rested up?
Yeah.
She's not the one laying in a hospital bed.
I need to target Moxie more so the rest of the group can like.
You
target
I'm kidding. Me enough.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Please don't stop.
I try to spread the love. I don't know, or hate, however you want to look at it. I don't know. I just choose what makes sense to me at the time, really. In our downtime, can I outline class as space pirate? As a space pirate, can I outline class as a space right?
Multi-class? I'm gonna guess he's on his phone.
Oh, what's this? No,
as a space pirate, you'd have to go into Nomad first, because if you're going to be a space pirate, I feel like you're going to have to be able to pilot your space ship.
You'd also have, you'd have to fly
space-based ship. So you definitely need points into pilot AV. Yeah. That's going to require some impressive conversations at Morrow Rock, and possibly take you off planet for a while. But first, you have to do the on-planet training.
Yep.
And read books.
Like 10 years.
Things. And I don't know that that's a Wraith thing.
Wraith isn't really a book guy.
He gets his medical learning from soap operas. I'm sure he could be a space pirate from anime without training.
Yep.
That is too much work.
Plus, I do have some things planned for Mr. Wraith soon.
Ooh, bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
I do think you could just easily just reclass Nomad as a space pirate if you were playing a High Riders campaign.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily enough. This was something I don't know, I get irked about, but that's because I'm, I don't know, apparently easily irritable in my old age. But I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about things or DLCs they would like to see come out, or have more info, knowledge, gear type things. Is there anything that you would like to have more of?
Yeah. More about network architectures.
In what way?
Well, I think that we need some variety on Black Ice. And like, I guess some more clarity about how it's supposed to work. It's kind of vague in some certain details that bother me.
Like what?
I'm trying to think now. But there is something about sliding past demons, I think, was one that I was unclear on. I don't remember. I'm having a hard time thinking of it now. But
No, that's fair.
I would like more for the network architecture type thing. How a security packer or whatever, the opposite side is supposed to work with you, or against you, I guess.
Aren't they just another netrunner in the system?
Yeah, they are. They are. But here's something that's
all
ambiguous.
The things that a netrunner does, they just don't get attacked by their black eyes.
But how do they find you?
Scan.
Are you talking about a Pathfinder? But what's your thing to hide against that? And also, is a demon supposed to alert anybody? That's a good one. Or it becomes aware of you. So I assume it also alerts people, but that actually feels wrong because the netrunner now is just the blunt force of the team instead of kind of more of a stealth character. So
I would say, in answer to your questions,
these aren't questions. These are things I want more clarity on.
that means questions,
I guess.
In this isn't in the core book. You'd have to check out the stealth DLC that came out.
Yeah, I mean, I have looked at that,
but that one has one where if you're in the net architecture, what you need to like scan versus stealth. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
It does have those checks there. But when your netrunner can move freely up and down the architecture, if you want to look for someone, just fucking move up and down the architecture. It's like walking a hallway. It's like a patrol. I mean,
guess.
You just
but you should be able to.
If you don't want to move.
You should be able to like cloak yourself as a netrunner, so that way people don't know you've intruded. It is in that DLC, which is very helpful. But I just think that they could make that section, or add some things in there to make that section a lot more robust. That's all.
I think it's there.
I disagree.
And then what was your other question? But see, my thing is because I've never played 2020. Are you trying to do too much 2020 net running, which is not the same as it is in the red?
Oh, it's very different in 2020. Yeah, no, not even.
Like I know the mechanics are different, but also, when you ask, does a demon alert somebody? I think that depends on the demon's programming and probably just, does it help the story for the demon to alert someone? And just because a demon sits there and sends a message to the sysadmin, are they looking at their phone at that moment? Are they looking at the system? Are they taking a ship break? Like, where are they? They physically have to be paying attention, right? And if they're not, they're not. The demon can alert whoever it wants, is the person monitoring.
In my opinion, it would set off like an alarm inside of whatever place you're in.
I think that depends on the demon and
right,
where you're at.
But my thing is, like, it doesn't, put that stipulation in there. Yes, you can interpret those. You can make it an interpretation, but
see, this is what I like about the red rules, is it's like, we're not going to tell you because do what makes it right for your story.
But you asked me what I wanted.
No.
This is what I want.
I like, for me, this is why I get so irked, because people are like, I want hard rules. And I'm like, but if you have a hard rule, then you can't get around it. Where I
Okay.
like that the rules in Red are ambiguous, because you're like, well, does a demon alert it? Fuck, does your demon need to alert it? Then it alerts it. Does it not? Then it doesn't. Like,
I
do
don't
what
know.
feels right for you in that moment. Are they breaking into Biotechnica headquarters? Yeah, probably sirens blare and lights go off and everyone's alerted because it's Biotechnica and they have the money to do that. If it's Tom's Bodega, probably not. And
Maybe.
because there's no hard rule that says yes, they do, you can choose when that happens.
But I like but I like rules. I mean, I like mechanics.
I like having choice.
Interplay between systems.
I like having choice.
You could always choose not to ignore the rule, though.
But then people argue about rules as written. I prefer there to be an ambiguity and have the GM choose than have it be a fight against rules as written.
I guess.
It's also funny that everything I hear is about net running. Where they're like, we want more programs, we want more black ice, we want more this, we want more that. It always is for net running. And as someone who plays a media, suck it the fuck up.
I will agree that
Talk
the
to me
media
when you're a lawman or a
pretty,
media
like,
or a fixer. Like,
yeah, pretty vague in a lot of things.
All the rules are there. If you want more black ice, make your own black ice. And it even says that the black ice, look however the programmer intended it to look. They don't all have to look the same. I made a black ice program in 40 minutes.
Yep.
I had to scale. Actually, it wasn't a program. It wasn't black ice. It was a booster program. In 40 minutes. It may be a little OP. I had to scale. I scaled it back. But you have the core concepts there. All you have to do is say, what do I want this programmer black ice to do? Which one does it most closely resemble?
Sure. It's just
that's what it'll
having
do.
A resource is nice. That's all.
I just think netrunners have a lot more resources than any other class. Maybe arguably against nomads. Nomads might be up there too. And I think Lawman could use some boost before we get anything for netrunners.
I will agree having like more
Hey, Allie.
of a defined system for Allie. For how the media stuff is supposed to work. And the rocker boy is a little bit more clear. And the fixer, I feel like should probably have some sort of expertise in what they can get. Stuff like that.
Expertise would be cool.
Yeah.
Expertise would be cool. But I feel like that's where your contacts go to. Like, that's why your contacts exist as a fixer. Depending on, like, do you specialize in certain products and therefore, like, if I want to specialize as in drugs, designer drugs, and all my contacts are different types of drug makers, can I fastly get drugs, like, quicker than anybody else versus someone who has, like, one of each type of, they diversified their contacts so they can get almost anything. It just might not be as fast.
Hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Some other systems for the rest of them. But you did mention that that stealth DLC, and I loved that DLC. Mm-hmm. That was a great DLC.
So do I.
That was so needed, in my opinion.
So much of that gear.
Those been like among my two favorites.
Hot Pursuit and
Hot Pursuit on that one. Although I also really like the Night City one, so that's up there too. It's a tough call.
I'm trying to think of what the stealth one is called now.
Jeez, I don't know.
I'm not really on top of it. Going Quiet.
Going Quiet.
There we go. Just in case you guys are looking for it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, there's a lot of good pieces of gear in that. It would be nice to have kind of a supplement, I think, to Lawman, where it's like they have access to files and equipment and
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
to help with, especially to help with investigations. Like if you're part of an edge running crew and someone dies and you want information, I feel like a lawman of a certain rank should be able to call a forensics team to that site and open their own case file. And there's nothing saying that stops you now.
Sure.
But there is kind of that, if it's not written, people tend not to think about it.
Right. Yeah.
But if you do have to be a lawman and you are working at the NCPD, I think that you should have access to those resources. Obviously not to spam them, because if you spam them, there will be problems, but...
Yeah.
I think right now that's up to like player or GM question / memory.
Yeah, no kidding. It'd be cool to have something like a sort of merits and flaws thing where the contacts were tied into rather than from your class.
But that's what you get for spending IP.
A character generation. I know, and I would want to replace it with something else. Because I think it is kind of a weird narrative strain if suddenly you're picking up these contacts that you never knew or talked to before. I think they assume more downtime than
story though.
Than happens, at least in my game. What?
Why not add that as part of the story though?
I mean, you absolutely could. Yeah. But
and not just
what I'm saying
and not just on
like,
the GM either. I'm saying even as a player, if you know that you want to be you want to rank up and you're getting contacts at the next level, have your character go out and make those contacts. Doesn't have to be on the GM. Spend a day of downtime to research a contact, make contact, talk to them.
Yep.
I think it depends too on your GM style. I know a lot of GMs are very loose and just like, oh yeah, you get this thing, it's no problem. Carry on.
Right. I'm annoying.
More detail oriented.
I suppose so. Yeah. I think
I would also I'd also love to see more stuff for non-musically inclined rocker boys.
Oh, like dancers and shit?
Dancers, graffiti artists, actors.
Plank said not me, though. Yeah.
There are those who are very loose with the rules. Like, yeah, you can have this. Like, not me.
Kind of. That's not true. I do give you those things when you level up in your skill.
I'm still missing a contact.
But that's not because I said no.
No, it's because you haven't given it to me. You're like, I'll think about this 3 months later.
Dude,
yeah. I'll think about that.
Yeah, I've got I got a lot going on. I'm sorry. I still owe you one of the handouts too that I keep forgetting.
Yeah, you do. It's okay. I managed to create my questions without it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can give it.
I mean, I could still use it, so please still send it to me. But
I'll send it. That's something I meant to send. I just forgot.
I mean, for musical rocker boys, I would like to see more instruments, like drum sets would be really cool. Because in digital, not digital, oh my god. The digital divas in Danger Gal Dossier, bloody hell. There was a drummer, and it almost seems like it's a floating sort of drum kit.
Oh.
Which looks really, really, really cool.
That does.
But that's never been released as like a piece of gear. I think we've gotten some amps, we've gotten a guitar, we've gotten a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
But like electric violin, a drum set keyboard. But also, I mean, just because you're a rocker boy, the options there are like orator, slam poet, performance artist, street artist, graffiti art. Like, where's the stuff for them? I would love to see more of that.
Yeah.
A future version of those electric drum kits they used to have would be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
What would be cool.
Those would be interesting.
Yeah, I have a personal attachment to netrunning, which is why it's on the forefront of my head. But I don't disagree with anything we've talked about. Those things would be amazing.
I just want more netrunning stuff.
That's what I like. I don't know what to say. No, I just like systems and the way they interact. It's cool.
I feel like red is slightly not crunchy enough for your preference.
It's got crunch.
I didn't say it didn't. I said it's slightly under the crunch level you prefer.
Probably. That's probably true. What I do like about it, though, is that it is beautifully balanced. It's clear that I assume it's James. I don't know who else was involved in doing balancing math, but they did a really good job. He did a really good job. So that is cool. The only place I suppose where it gets iffy is like we were talking about with roll abilities. It's like some of them are so vague that you're like, is this balanced? I don't know. I guess.
Abilities. In what way?
Like it's hard to compare. But like the media, for instance, how do you compare that to a solo roll ability?
I think on a Night City sofa, Games can correct me if I'm wrong. It is. It's very tall, but it's also very skinny. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna. It's like a very tall can. It's very, very skinny. I needed a lot of sugar. I was fading so hard. I'm like, I need sugar like now.
Sure, I'm getting there too.
So anyway, I think Games and I were talking about this Night City sofa where we kind of looked at the roles, and there's some that are OP, cough, tech, cough, and were useful in every situation. There are some that are narrative focused, which is like fixer, exec, media, rocker boy. And then there are those that are like skill dice focused, and that's the others.
Yeah, it feels
the ones
like
that you can use anytime, and the ones that are only used narratively.
It feels like they could have done something like with those things getting like some bonus to like a social skill. They get to add their roll ability to a social skill.
No.
Or something like that. I guess the street deal does kind of do that. I think. Man.
Now, granted, a tech could take a month and could build a car, and sell it for $500,000
Right.
at rank 10, right?
Yeah.
I can change things. A media can change things globally.
Right.
A rocker boy can literally create a mob to attack, like Johnny
like an
created
army.
a mob to attack Arasaka Tower.
Right.
Yeah. And those skill-based roles will never get that kind of power on that kind of scale.
Right.
But at the same time, you're not going to use that power every session, where those skill-based ones get to use their skill every session or multiple times in a session, and it can feel very frustrating for narrative roles.
Yeah.
Alongside that, I think.
Yeah.
So I agree. If they got some sort of like bonus to
An everyday thing.
Something, it might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe I'm just not using rumors enough. I should be using it more often.
Probably in games should be using his favors way more often.
Ali has a question.
Sure. Did you all do the character artwork yourselves? It's me. Sorry. And no, I did not do the character. I'm sorry. It's me that I can't read, not that I did the character art. I did not do the character art. That was Chinzia, who is amazing, and yeah, she's fantastic. She posts little doodles in our artwork channel in our Discord, so I definitely recommend scrolling back and seeing the doodles. A lot of them are fucking hilarious. Some of them are cute, and yeah, they're all good. Yep.
I will say the Cyber Skull that is the icon on the Twitch channel was done by Derek Barrows.
Yeah, that's true. Who did some artwork for Artel Sorian later after that. He did
Trauma Deck?
Trauma Deck. Yes, that's what it was. So not this icon here. This was Chinzia, but we do have another one where he's kind of to the side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. He also did a bunch of character art for us early on. And I loved his stuff too. It's somewhere out there.
Yeah. We love all the art of our world, so.
Right.
Send it.
Send us your art. We just enjoy seeing it. Oh, no.
Oh, no?
Yeah, I thought something just broke, but it didn't. It's good. We're good.
Okay, that's good.
Flood them with stick figures.
Yeah, flood us with stick figures.
I would dig some stick figures, honestly.
I'd be curious to see the difference.
Did y'all prefer 2020 or Red for Netrunner mechanics? Red by far. Yeah, it's not even close. 2020 was complicated. The Netrunner was always not in the party. So I think it was pretty essential for them to make it a more active role.
I never played 2020, so Red.
Yeah.
I've only heard horror stories of...
Many people just didn't allow Netrunners.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Or it was if the Netrunner was doing something, it was just a one-on-one session for them for that week.
The idea of the 2020 Netrunner is awesome. That system is super cool. But the thing is, I feel like in order to actually explore it, you would need to that would be the focus of your campaign. Everybody would be a Netrunner in some capacity. And there's the same critique I have of the old Matrix rules in older editions of Shadowrun. It was like its own separate thing. So I think that Red integrates it really well. Like for the things that I want, I still think it's great and fun. And I don't feel like the Netrunner's turns are longer generally than other people's turns, because they get to do 3 or 4 things, but they're not making more progress than if you got to balance it right, but they're generally not making more progress than the group, even with those extra actions. So I think it's awesome. Yeah, I love the Netrunning rules in Red.
Actually, about your desire for clarification on Netrunning, is there a reason you haven't asked them in the Mayor's Desk channel in the Artel Discord? And you can get a direct answer from James. For those of you who don't know, there's a Mayor's Desk episode.
I guess it just
that
doesn't
runs
bother me that much. I can usually
by hosted by Rob Barefoot.
I would love if they made the rules, but yeah.
And has James Hutt go on and answer mechanical questions from the community.
We've had him on. You've had him on your show, and I could have asked him then too.
No, we barely asked him about ELO, which was the reason he was there.
True, we did get a
I
side
did
chat.
not keep us on track whatsoever.
I think it was cool. I think
It was
cool.
it was a great episode, but
It's a good episode.
yeah,
It was fun to chat with him. But yeah, I mean, I could. I don't know.
net running was not anywhere in the purview. Apart from asking about the rabbit in the yellow server.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I don't remember. Too long ago. My memory is terrible. But I did like a lot of the simulation-ist mechanics in Red. That's outside of net running. With the combat. I really liked the shock save, which I tried to do something similar in this one with house rules, but it just wasn't working, so I just don't do it anymore.
No, you do.
With the shock save? I haven't made anybody roll a shock save in forever.
That's because the only person you get that low is me. And normally I'm on death's door at that point.
Well, I don't think it's working
certain
still.
It's still in there. It could be wrong.
I haven't removed
it's
the
in the
rule.
near mortal thing only, but I'm really the only one who gets down there. Me or occasionally Wraith.
Yeah.
I don't think you have ever brought Deeps or Checkers or Quinn to near mortal.
Yet. Quinn almost. I almost got him. Then the whole group had to show up, and the action economy was just fucked. And Blue had to jet.
Yeah, you had shock saves, I think, gone like halfway through, and that through trial and error and killing me a couple of times, we realized that was not working, and it needed to be
that, and I
amended.
made an adjustment to auto fire, which we used for Killjoy, and that made me realize how absolutely broken it was, and I was like, oh, this is not going to work. I really should probably play test some of that, and I've been better about that lately, but but that one
I think we found
busted.
A good health track now with penalties and
I think so too.
And saves
yeah,
where it is
when we
now.
started, it was a lot more brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to bring the idea of like the mortal wound states and penalties that kind of scale up as you get more damaged, like they had with
2020.
With
right?
2020, yeah. Wow. So I kind of did that in Red. It's not the same, but it's good. I like it. I think it adds a lot more color.
I will say, for as much flack as I do give Blank sometimes with his house rules being really brutal, I much prefer his wound states over the generic. You're fine until half health, and then you sort of get a penalty, and then you get a lot of penalties. I like it being a gradual. Now that we fine-tuned it, I really like the gradual health pool that we've got, because I think it makes it more realistic and makes a lot more sense.
It's true. I think so. Yeah. I don't know what else you dislike. I know you don't like what I do for auto fire, but
I don't like what you do for auto fire.
It's statistically the same.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. The min-max is the same, but the average damage you do is not. No.
Yes, it is. Yes.
You're more likely statistically to roll better damage the way you do it.
No. It's the exact same over time. It is. It is.
Nope.
Okay.
It's okay. We will agree to disagree. It's fine.
It's just a mathematical fact, though. I don't know how we can disagree. Agree to disagree. The
The
same.
median damage rolled is greater in your version than it is.
It isn't though.
It
All right, I'll show
is.
the proof.
There will be a thread
I'm
in
making an
Discord.
Excel spreadsheet, and we'll go through this.
Are we doing this right now?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Do not like your critical injury rules until on like AoE shit and grenades until that got corrected.
Yeah, we removed that.
Yo. I think auto fire is really the only one I have the biggest issue with.
Everything else is really small.
No.
I guess I did the other major one is shotguns. They fire in a cone, not a square, because I hate the square.
That makes sense to me, and I don't have an issue with that because I've never used a shotgun, so I can't complain. I'm sure shotgun has been used against me, but the cone makes sense.
It's a great question.
You don't use shotguns a lot.
No, not often. Games use shotguns a lot.
Used to.
Used to, yeah.
He's gone melee lately.
Now he's a ninja.
Yeah. He's gonna do triple class, rocker boy, medtech solo for ninja points. Space pirate, right? Sorry. Rocker boy, medtech, space pirate. I think your tech stat your reflex is pretty average too, isn't it, buddy? Isn't it like a 5? Yeah. It just means you have to dedicate a lot of points to pilot air vehicle. I feel like Blank is looking something up.
I'm doing some math.
He's mathing the auto fire damage. Are we doing this on stream? No. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, I am.
I got distracted.
He will agree with me, however, the way he does it, you're more likely to receive a critical injury than if you do it.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. Well, the rules as written says no critical injury, so that's going to be true no matter what. But even if we were to take, like, you could still roll an injury on 2d6, yeah, you're obviously going to get way more chances to roll 2 6s.
Which means
with like 46 rather than 2d6. No, because I've taken out because I've taken out the bonus damage.
No. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying, if your odds to do a critical injury and get those double 6s increases, then your odds to do more damage must also increase because you are rolling more dice.
That's not how the probability works over time.
It's the same math. If I have a greater chance of rolling 2 6s with multiple dice, then I have a greater chance of rolling higher numbers with multiple dice.
But you're not thinking about the multiplier. If you have the greater chance of rolling more 6s, but you also have an even bigger chances of rolling more, like 5s, 4s, 3s, and 2s. 1s.
No. I think that's based on the player.
No, it's not. It's not
It
how it
is.
works. There's no magic.
Yes, there is. I'm sorry. You
love
tell
you,
me
Jess.
how many
I
times
just want you to know I
Hades
love
has
you,
rolled.
even
No,
though
no, no,
we
no, no.
argue all the
How many
time. I
times
love
has
you.
Hades rolled like sixes, double sixes, critical injuries on your guys, versus how many times Ada has rolled sixes on your guys or me?
I don't know, but I bet if I were to go back and like
Her and
do all
I
the
tend
math,
to roll low. Hades always rolls high.
if I were to go back and
That's
do
why I was
all the
doing a
math,
stat sheet.
I bet it would average out to be the same.
You know what? I'm going to ask James. I'm going to send James a message and say, hey, question. I'll ask in a mayor's desk. Why did you change the multiplier to 2d6 times whatever over for assault versus having as many d6s as you did? And he will tell me why he changed it. Because it's not the same.
I would guess that he probably wants it to be swingier. That's what I would guess.
It may just be for simplification, but I'm saying it's easier to roll higher damage with multiple dice.
It's not. Well, I guess maybe. No, I don't think so. I think it's the same because you're not counting the multiplier. I am rolling. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna have this argument right now. But it's the same. Looking at the math.
I'm just saying, if I only get 2d6
Unless I'm not
and I roll
accounting for
twos,
something.
2 twos, even at the multiplier, I'm screwed. But if I get to roll 6 dice, the chances of me rolling 6 twos is astronomically lower.
So that's a multiplier of 3 for their system.
So,
For
yeah.
the way it's written. So you're rolling 6 dice versus 2d6 times 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 times 3 is 12. If I roll 66, chances of me getting more than 12 is a lot greater.
But you're taking fixed numbers, so of course that's going to be true.
But we're done. This is one of those moments where it's like, you can do with your math. I'm going to believe my math, and it's fine. To be fair, though, if this is like the biggest argument blanket I ever have, it's a really good friendship.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I have a new way to counter your assault rifles. I'm good.
Uh-oh.
Good.
What's your way?
You think I'm going to spoil that? Hell no.
Okay. I mostly use SMGs. It's like my favorite.
SMGs are 2d6.
They're 3d6 or 4d6 I thought.
No,
or
they're 2d6.
Is
Have
there
you
a heavy
been
one?
attacking me with way more damage than you should have been?
Maybe. Well, but that's on a single shot.
Damage is the same regardless of how you fire it.
If you fire
Your assault rifle
does 46 with a single shot. And heavy SMGs does 3d6.
Oh, heavy SMG is 3d6, yeah. But on auto fire, it's still 2d6, isn't it?
It's, auto fire is always 2d6 in their system.
Yeah.
And then you do the multiplier.
But a heavy SMG is also only a rate of fire of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been shooting me twice with it?
No.
Because my pistols, they're 3d6.
Yep.
Have a rate of fire 2.
Yep. Which doesn't make sense, but it's for game balance, and I'm accepting it because,
Well, it's because pistols can't do auto fire.
Yeah.
That's why.
For game balance.
Something has to balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a bonus, there has to be a reason the other one is
Viable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's a word and I don't know what it is, but I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I really like the way he balanced his game. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Man, I was really hoping to play tonight.
Me too.
I was looking forward to it. You know,
Did you know how much time I spent writing out those questions?
if you have pages, a lot of time.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot of time and effort went into this.
Okay. I'll have to rethink how I want to do things then.
I think it'll be
I didn't
okay.
realize it was like going to be a big thing. I mean, I would have, obviously been a little bit more prepared if the meeting had happened before the series of events that had happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you play him how you feel he would, interact with this person.
Fair enough.
I think there is something though where it's like he hasn't canceled, which says a lot. Because he could have. So there's a reason. And I feel like he still hopefully knows that he has to keep some sort of professionalism.
Yeah.
But that's entirely up to him. Moxie will make it work if he's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. How can the city district manager stand there and say, without it's up to my journalistic integrity, if I don't talk to the person, when I reach out to talk to the person, they cancel and will not talk to me.
Right. Well, it was also because you were before you were labeled as a terrorist.
I was not labeled as a terrorist.
Gojira was. Y'all ever played in one of those Living Red communities? I don't even know what that is.
I have not.
What is a Living Red community? Oh, like they have a living like game going on?
Yes.
That's cool. No, I haven't. I did join one once, many, many moons ago, but I never participated.
I find, because normally those are, if I recall correctly, like play by post.
Yeah.
And on one hand, I love the idea that I can post whenever works for me. On the other hand, I'm very bad because if I don't have a set time to sit and play, I tend not to.
Yeah.
And then days will go by and so much can happen in like a few days, and whatever you were going to do or interact with is gone. So I find it very difficult if I don't dedicate like X amount of hours, like a day, to that type of thing. Or I have to make a character that's constantly just background, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but.
Yep, exactly. That's a problem I ran into when we were doing the Conan server. I could never be on constantly, so my characters were always background characters.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you missed like 2 days and you missed everything.
People tried to do like, Discord RPs or whatever via text, and it was hard for me to remember, and it would be, like you said, days before I would reply, and this would turn one scene into like a month-long thing,
Oh yeah, I've done it. I've had a scene play out for a month. Also, I find when I type, I take more time.
Sure.
Too, because it's not just like I can say the words and whatever, but I also try to emote a lot of what the character is doing or how they're acting or what their face looks like, because I'm not there to do it.
I think you'd be probably surprised by that, Allie. Used to play with a lot of people. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I would say give it a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot.
And if it doesn't vibe with you, you can always leave.
Yeah. Nothing is holding you there, right?
That's how I met Blank, was technically through
our Conan
random
thing.
TTRPG. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And there were people on the server that I didn't jive with, so I generally just didn't
Avoided them.
interact with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not and not because they're horrible people or anything. It was just their style didn't mesh with mine.
Right.
So I found the people whose style did, and yeah.
Yep. It was fun times when you could do it. I think it was, yeah, it was, I don't regret doing that experience. It was fun. And I like writing too, like quite a bit. So, and there is something to be said about that is missing from tabletop RPGs, like when you're face to face. You have time to, when you're doing a type-based thing, you have time to really think through things. You can like write something and then, say, actually, I don't like the way this sounds, so I'm going to change that before I post. But in a live situation, obviously, you said it, it's out there.
Sometimes I'll backpedal. Not
yeah,
often,
I think
but
it's
sometimes
fair.
I'll say it and then immediately go, wait, she wouldn't say it like that. Hang on. She'd phrase it differently.
I think that's fair. But I feel like there is more pressure not to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But also because we play in such a short period of time, I think it's easier and faster for me to get in the right headspace than typing it out sporadically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So unless you can dedicate to like 2 hours a week with like a scene partner, and those are your 2 hours, and then you're fine, right? It's just like playing a tabletop, only you're writing. But while I'm waiting for responses, I get distracted because ADHD.
Yeah, there's that problem, which I suffer from quite badly, as I'm sure you all can tell, as I forget practically everything that was ever said in our game.
That's not true. You're not that bad.
No, I'm not. But I will say I've been way better at taking notes, and that has helped immensely.
Shocking how that works.
It's weird. I I probably should have started way earlier.
I gave shit for T's games about that yesterday. When we were discussing
I know, right?
Single player mode.
Uh-huh.
Because he was like, he was going over the blank forums, and he's like, it's great for you to take notes so that way you can bring back characters in the future. And I said, I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? He's like, what did I say? About how important it is to take notes.
Good. Give him shit.
I did.
He deserves it. I hope he's here.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows. I love him.
You're right. You know what I would like to see somebody use more as their primary is like a bow. I know this is like a random tangential thing, but I saw it on the corner of my eye because I have the book open right now.
What was the roll I made? I fell in love with the origami bow from Toggle's Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
The origami book from Toggle's Temple.
Origami bow.
Oh, bow?
Bow. You can say no. It's okay.
I would assume it folds up. I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it is. It folds up so it's concealable, and then as an action you can snap it out. So essentially, it's Hawkeye's bow.
Oh, okay.
Right, because Hawkeye's bow folded, and then you can snap it open as an action, and that's what it is. And I've loved it ever since.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And so I made One
Wanted
of
to
the
use a bow
character
and katana, but bows
adoptables.
suck. I disagree. I think bows are cool.
They don't. Bows are awesome. My netrunner, so the netrunner I made as an adoptable. If you guys want, it's on patreon.com/edrunnershq. You can go to the adoptable section.
Yeah.
He uses a
Do
bow.
we have a shout out for you in our thing?
He's a netrunner with a bow.
Maybe it's. I think I have your old.
Also, Captain Cuttlefish, which is a badass weapon from 12 Days of Cuteness, uses the archery skill, and then you can taser people from a distance. I don't know that you have a shout out for me, but that's okay. That's Twitch. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you weren't saying Twitch. I forgot.
Twitch, yeah, I think so. No, that's okay.
It is.
You know what? My Patreon's on there, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But I will just do that real quick too. But yeah, I would love to use a bow as a character in the future. It didn't make sense as a nomad. And that was the thing, right? I tried to, when I create my backstory, think of like, okay, these are the stats I have. What skills do I have, and why would I have those skills, and why do I have those stats? And as a nomad, as a driver, I was like, well, because I think it recommended like an assault rifle because it does for everybody.
Yeah.
And I couldn't justify her being a driver using a two-handed weapon. It had to be one-handed. So, pistols. That's also why she's left-handed, is so she could shoot and drive at the same time. Which worked great in America, less so in Great Britain or whatever it's called in the time of the Red. Can't remember.
Euro Theater?
What?
Is Britain part of Euro Theater? Maybe it's not.
I think it's written in my backstory, but I'd have to look.
Oh.
I did research once upon a time, but it's never come up.
I actually don't think
laughed
it is.
internally so hard when you had Rex tell her that Wynn's name was Lu Shen, and she goes by Wynn because Americans have trouble pronouncing it. Yeah. And I was like, are you aware I'm not American? Did the accent not tip you off? Is this a shock to you?
You live in America, you're an American, according to Rex.
No. I was like, be nice, be nice, be nice. But there was a long pause. So it was just...
I remember. Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh.
No, it was a slip of the tongue at the time, and it doesn't even make sense because even if I was thinking about you as a person, you're not, an American.
I'm also not an American, yeah.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny, so I just it's out there.
Oh, it must have just been called England because I did say new democratic government led by Queen Victoria II. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna open up my lore notes here and see if it has it, but
pretty okay, Bryn. But yeah, I don't know. That was just one of those like random funny asides.
That was funny.
Do I have any questions? You won't answer any of these questions for me.
You can ask them.
I know. I always ask, and then you never answer. You're always like, I can't tell you.
Well, how much do you want to know?
I want to know what was on the BD that Swag gave Wraith. That's what I want to know.
I really want that to be exposed in
See,
game.
This is the answer I always come up with.
I know.
You'll find out one day in game.
I'll tell you what. If it doesn't get revealed at the end of the game,
you'll tell me at the end.
I'll tell you at the end. It's going to be really disappointing. Even if I said it right now, it'd be like super, like not that interesting.
I'm just curious.
I know.
I do now have an answer of if Bilbo's Maelstrom gang got away from
there you go.
RCL.
Nice.
So I got that. I can't remember actually if you answered this or not. I feel like you did, and I just didn't remove them from my list.
Well,
will you ever tell us what happened to Wraith Spike?
Sure.
Oh, guys, secret answers.
These are going to be super disappointing for you guys. I'm going to tell you now.
I just super secret disappointing answers. Be excited. So for those of you who don't know, in Shades of Scarlet, Wraith left his bike in a parking lot next to a club that got raided by the NCPD. And he parked it. Yeah, sure. He parked it there. It collected for a couple of days, and then the club got raided by NCPD, and then he didn't go back for it for like a week due to legit reasons. Didn't tell anybody it was there and to go collect it for him either. So it was pretty much just sitting in this parking lot for at least a week, if not two.
Yeah. I feel like that's one I
don't
answer
think
right now.
anybody ever went to check on it. I think we were just like, oh, it's been too long. It's probably gone.
It is, by the way.
So what happened to it?
Although
what happened to Wraith's bike?
It did stay there for a while. But it was stolen by a biker gang. But not the kind of biker gang you're thinking. These are bicyclists who have an anti-motorcycle, like, kind of, motto or creed. So they stole it. And they were going to do like some sort of, is going to be a weird fucking scene. They're going to do some sort of like weird ritual sacrifice with, their bicycles all around, and you guys would have to rescue the motorcycle or whatever from being like put into a, I don't know, molten slag or something.
Like T2?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was going to be really cool. Like I didn't like fully plan out the scene, but that was like kind of my general idea.
That is amazing. And that feels very much like a game's Wraith kind of adventure too.
Yeah, it does.
Like 100%.
I'm really sad that it did come through. But
that was not disappointing at all for the record.
Okay, well, the other one will be.
Will you tell me what Cammy said to Rex to convince him to go to the lantern to rescue chapter members?
But now you're asking me to jog my memory.
I've asked you this a couple times. You're like,
I know.
It might get revealed, and then we get to this.
But now it's been so long that it's not coming to me right now. I probably have it in a note somewhere.
This is your PSA to take notes.
Yeah.
You never know what your
Well, I
players will
think I
ask you
do
down
have
the
it
road.
in a note. I just need to look it up.
Find it?
Yeah.
I don't expect you to actually tell me.
Well, not right now. That's for sure. Oops, sorry guys. They just heard a loud boom as I typoed something and hit backspace too many times. Okay. This is going to come up so many times. I'm going to have to hunt forever to find this. Around what year?
You don't have to
Around what
right
year
now.
was it?
Season 2? I think.
So 2023?
3?
Oh man, my notes are bad from this era.
Surprised we didn't get a reaction from Games about what happened to his bike.
I know, right?
Yeah. I think that would have been a real fun mission.
It would have been a funny one, yeah. I can think of a million like filler missions. This is my problem, I think.
How do you determine what mission is like more whimsical versus more serious?
I don't know. My mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't have any like sort of thing. At least I don't have any like set like thought. I don't know. I probably do intuitively somehow make it that way. But I think you can do like a general maybe 5 checks sometimes. Although I will say I think I've failed on that sometimes. The one I can think of, the example of that failing comes to mind is the escape from Streamline's house.
Compound.
Yeah, I made that way harder than
I guess it
I probably
wasn't
should
his
have.
compound, but
Yeah, his like cul-de-sac or whatever.
yeah. Gated community.
Yeah, I amped that up too hard.
Mind you, the furniture shopping episode is probably one that still lives forever happily rent-free in my brain.
Oh yeah, the
That was
Go-Go's
just
furniture
so
warehouse or
out
whatever.
there. Yeah.
That was a weird one. Yeah. That was a weird one. The teddy bear one was kind of misplaced too, but I ended up really enjoying it anyway.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun, yeah, but I think it was a little misplaced, maybe.
Something I've noticed, I want to do a talk on this in Nicety at some point, but something I've noticed just in general, like chats, like Cyberpunk RED chats that go around for combat, is I just seem to notice a lack of like terrain use. Do you ever consider terrain when you like? I know you.
Yes, I try.
I know you consider it. But like for example, when we were in the maglev station and grenades were being thrown, did you damage the ground?
No.
Why not?
Because
that's 30 points of damage to the floor, and that's
that's a lot.
Holes.
Because there's a lot to keep track of, and I don't see that as that valuable. Now, if there was like some important MacGuffin or like, or if there was like, a pillar, maybe like a support beam.
Pillar, yeah,
I'd probably consider that for sure. But the ground itself, not unless there was some reason for me to. And you could do some stuff like that. And I wanted to do a little bit of stuff more akin to that in the sewer scene, but we didn't really explore that too much. But there's always opportunities to use terrain. What I'd like to do is make more interesting, like, kind of combat mechanics, kind of like what I did for the bomb. There's kind of two scenes going on with that. One was like we got to defuse the bomb, and one was like we got to kill this guy. I thought that was kind of cool, but more like mechanics that aren't just like
you can shoot the person before they can set it up. Yes, yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it could have been very different, where it was an actual like cut the blue wire, cut the red wire type thing.
If they had gotten to actually setting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like in the cards. But I significantly underestimated how much, the three of you guys could do compared to the two of them. Was it 3?
But like,
4?
okay.
3.
I think it's because you forget Deeps can do 4d6 twice.
Yeah, I forget that his like amps up, and that really is a game changer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But when you when you said like floors don't matter, right?
Oh,
in the maglev station.
Yeah.
But they kind of do, because there's tunnels underneath Night City.
Sure.
Like that could have been a hole into an old sewer system, or it could have blown a gas vein, or
it could have. But what I'm saying is, if it's not narratively like relevant, then it's a lot to already keep track of.
Oh, 100%. This isn't a knock on you. Yeah. This is a thing I've noticed where people tend to like the community tends to ignore the terrain, where it's like even if there's a support pillar, it's not a consideration. Or if they're fighting on the second floor and you're throwing grenades, well, now you've got a hole to the first floor. If you're on the fifth floor, now you've got a hole to the bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you could use those elements. But I tend to find that people will build encounters with more people than factoring in terrain obstacles.
True. I think that's generally true of most games.
Like if you're in an abandoned building, how many grenades can go off before the tremors just shake it into a collapse?
I'm thinking back to the casino scene, where I think some of this stuff did happen. You were taking cover behind a speaker and it was destroyed, and
Speakers
you had to move.
are best cover. Best cover. I stayed behind them for like 3 rounds and then I moved to a fresh one.
Yeah. So I was trying to integrate pieces of that that cover.
Oh yeah. No, you have used it well.
Sometimes. You brought a really interesting one to me in the sewer scene about that I didn't even think about, but the sound vibrating off of the walls for the sewers. Yeah, that would be like super damaging to one's hearing. And it would be a really good opportunity to give like cyberware some value, which is something I'm always kind of trying to think about looking for. I always try to think about like, making cyberware, like certain gear pieces that seem innocuous, relevant, helpful in some way.
Yeah.
And skills, like the weird ones. I try to like bring those in if I can think of them.
Rest in peace, riding.
Yeah, we'll never see that. But
Hey, if Rex hadn't fucked up his neck go-karting, we would have seen it.
I just thought of a way to integrate it. I'm not going to say it, but
for those of you who don't know, I made a mechanic homebrew.
Yes.
You can check it.
And it's amazing.
Skill. There's certain things about training. I always, as a GM, I used to when I was better at GMing. Now severely out of practice, but it's like twofold. One, I try to put situations that I know the players can succeed, especially if they've dedicated a lot of points into a certain thing that they don't get to use very often. I like to try to reward that, right? Because there's no point in putting all your points to a skill that never gets used. Or that like anybody can do, So I like to try to give situations where the players who have really good in certain aspects have those moments to shine.
Right.
Conversely, I also go, you all use guns and have no close quarters defenses. Fantastic. Let's put you in a very narrow hallway where you can't use weapons. Sure. Or if you're all close combatants, now deal with the sniper. Good luck. Right. So I think in one of those things, kind of like the tunnels, where it's like, yeah, you can use guns. If that's your first thought, sure. But you're going to go deaf, and then that's going to penalize you. Do you have a way around that?
Yep.
What is your now out-of-the-box strategy of getting through this obstacle? Yeah. And I'm not as good about it as I would like to be. About, considering terrain itself as an obstacle.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to remember. You already have a lot going on, Especially since, I tend to make combats rarer, but I feel like a lot more dangerous when they do happen. Which maybe isn't a good design philosophy. I don't know. I sometimes rethink that. But so my combats typically last the session at least. And have a lot of moving pieces, which I think makes them kind of interesting in that way.
Games is right. Your card chase add-on, when you had playing cards that we had to flip and it promoted a random event, that was really cool.
I liked that too.
The environment.
The environment aspects.
I guess I shouldn't say terrain. Terrain/environment.
Yeah. I get you though. One thing I wanted to do that I didn't really get to have time to fully think out, because I just ran on short on prep time, is in the hot zone. I wanted to make it a lot more environment dangerous, and I didn't really get to do that. I added that one scene where somebody falls through the floor. I forget. I think it was Cammy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do a lot more like that, and then with like gas mains that have gone off, and just adding a lot more value to gear pieces there. But it didn't happen, unfortunately. I just ran out of prep time. I got the one thing. It was it was still fun.
What was the fun?
Yeah.
You got to set a gate alarm to go off incessantly.
Yes, that's true.
Is that still going off?
Probably.
I feel like some scabbers just like, oh my god, this has been keeping me up for night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Also, social encounters. I think I'd like to work more on like social encounters.
Yeah. I had an interesting mini game that I was using for the interrogation scene. Where he'd had like two different kind of health stats. One was like his physical well-being, if you guys like wanted to beat him up for a question. Well, you wanted to beat him up for questions. Like that would
He
increase.
did not have the health pool for that.
No, he didn't. And I'm glad you spotted that. And then one was for like his mental stress and how willing he was to concede. I did have some like stipulations that obviously you didn't want to agree to, but he did, like, when you had tricked him, he did give in there. So
Was calling him dishonorable and splitting from the
yes,
clause.
absolutely. That was one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool. It took a lot of thought beforehand, so I don't know that you could use it for every encounter, but important ones like that.
Yeah. I know this put a lot on you, and I do apologize, but I did like splitting the party to tackle different tasks for tasks that were best suited to them, though.
In which case?
When Checkers went to the sewers,
Wraith
and me went to.
I think that was fine.
Construct Corp.
I know I give you guys a lot of shit for splitting the party, but I really don't care.
I feel it is perfectly valid in most situations.
The only time it bothers me is like when I don't have anything really for one player to do. The scene where you guys went into the bunker or the Robo Bear mission.
Yeah. In games and I waited outside?
Yes, and I just didn't have anything really for you all to do. And I was like, oh man.
Games and I were
really
perfectly
prepped
content
for that end.
to be like, no, they're doing their thing. You could have ignored us the entire scene and we would.
I think I did.
No, you didn't. You had the
I did have the
up to us, and then Moxie had to bribe them away because Wraith.
Because Wraith. Enough said. Yeah. There was that one thing.
Yeah, you did throw that in. Love you, buddy. You were doing okay, and then you oversold it, and that was the problem. Because sometimes Wraith doesn't know when to shut up.
Hey.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
Hey. That was good.
But I think a social encounter or a social stealth encounter where it's like, you guys have to distract X person while, team tries to get through here and B is like, I think that kind of, it's a lot of moving pieces, but I think that could be really cool. I would like to learn how to create mission.
Design those kind of missions. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the hard part because you never know what they're going to do. So it feels like when I'm designing a mission, it's like, well, I don't know. I'll just set up what I think this place would have, and then they can figure it out.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things sometimes where it's like you have to give them like the specific objectives and then let them solve who and how they want to handle it.
Yep.
But if you're
Like the
get here,
the Smoogie Maeda mission, the Nail Me salon.
yeah, that one was
interesting.
close to it. Yeah, because
It's
Moxie
like a Ocean's
mostly
11 type thing.
yeah distracted while 2 cons and then a couple watchers.
Yep.
Yep.
Another one kind of like that was the Yoshino, the dock mission. That was a long time ago.
Yoshino dock mission.
Yeah.
Did we really separate on that one? Didn't we just like pick it up, drop them off?
It wasn't much, but there was games distracting the gate guard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So.
Poor Cuddy's concrete.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Yeah. I thought that was a cool twist, though.
It was.
Yeah. And it's the sole reason why games hates Rex forever.
Yep.
Oh, well,
even though
why
it was not
Wraith
his
hates
fault
Rex
whatsoever.
Nope.
Nope.
Love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements to Cyberpunk that you can use and a lot of elements I would love to use, and
it's hard to think of all of
it. It can be really hard to think of all of them. I can't remember if I did this in Indie Bandits or if I had planned to do this for Indie Bandits. This is a problem.
Which one?
But they needed to get information from someone, and they found a person fairly easily. And I determined that person was going through blue glass withdrawal.
Oh.
Which means they phase out for long periods at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we actually did this in game, and getting the information from this person was such a pain for them. Hilarious for me.
That's amazing.
No.
Awesome.
But what happens when you run up on someone like amped up on Berserker or any sort of designer drug?
Yeah, that was good. That's a good point.
I don't think we've seen that.
Not that specific situation. You did see somebody who was on blue glass. You weren't.
Yeah, Wraith.
Moxie wasn't. No. I mean outside of Wraith. But yeah, that was funny. God, I loved that part. You just. Oh no. What'd you do? No, you hit him with the inhaler or whatever it was.
No, I think she made him snort it.
Oh, I thought you did something like, because it wasn't an inhaler. It was yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I meant outside
I
of
think
that.
she covered his mouth and put it under his nose, so he had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I need you here for this.
Empathy 3, I've known you for 2 days. You need to be more coherent than you are now.
Right.
But Moxie was there. Who was on blue glass?
When Wraith and Deeps went to see Neon initially, but she wasn't at her apartment. The kind of superintendent.
Yeah.
Lieutenant guy. Yeah.
Oh, he was fun.
But I didn't do that. I've done things with the Cyber Psycho in the the
Cell tower.
yes, the cell
Not
tower.
cell tower, but cell tower.
Yeah, that was fun. Just like Cyber Psycho losing his job and going aggro. Thought that was cool.
I was so upset my guys didn't get to. It seemed like they weren't going to go and deal with someone who was close to the edge of cyberpsychosis and Indie Bandits.
Oh, that sucks.
It was gonna be fun. It was gonna have lasting consequences, and depending on what they did, it would have been really good or real bad.
Nice. That's awesome. When you design a mission, what do you think of? Like what?
Goal first.
Sure.
And then I think again, I don't consider environment as much as I should.
Sure.
But I think after that, it's obstacles.
Sure. Okay.
And then, like, depending on what that goal is, how do they get the information to learn about that goal? And then I try to put it in like multiple places so that if they miss something, there's another chance of obtaining it down the road by doing something else.
That's something I need to get better at, actually. I don't provide usually usually things sometimes ride or die on a roll, which is bad in my opinion.
I think it depends. If it's
sometimes,
depending on what it is. I will say if it is a mission-oriented clue that they need in order to complete this goal, I definitely have multiple avenues of them obtaining it.
Yeah, you have to really. And I've been bad about that sometimes. But sometimes it makes it interesting too, you know. So
yeah, and if it's one of those things where it's like
play with what works.
This could, if it doesn't happen here, then they'll reach this dead end and they have to wait until it comes around here, right? Kind of like a mystery. If you fail the investigation, you might have to wait until another clue becomes present.
Yep.
Or another body drops. If you're watching a crime drama, things like that. But if it's like, no, this is just supposed to be a small, short mission, I try not to make it super complicated.
Sure.
And then depending on what they're doing, how serious or difficult I want it to be. So I know they wanted to God, I don't even remember how the bandits got involved in a stickball match, but they got involved in the stickball match.
Nice.
And they needed, the team needed, not them, but the team they were helping out needed rubber bullets, because you can't play with lethal ammunition. And the group they were against had barred anyone within the area from selling them that ammunition, so they wouldn't be able to practice. So they found a warehouse worker, I can't remember how, who was said to have worked there or had some ammunition. And he was just a surly old man that wouldn't sell to anybody. So it was a social encounter they had to convince. And they put a Doberman, the dog, like an old... Not the Doberman 5000 that's in Black Hole, Doberman, like a Doberman 1000 gotcha. In front of the garage. And
for a minute, I thought you meant the real dog. I was like, interesting.
No, the mechanical drone.
Gotcha.
And they kept a big distance from this drone. But the drone's like visual display was fucked. It was essentially just a paperweight. It didn't do anything.
Oh.
But they were like, we can't upset that drone because you can't tell from a distance. So it was this obstacle that they were like super concerned about that really didn't do anything.
Huh. That's awesome.
I think you had to get within like 2 meters for it to even notice you. Like it's
just bad.
That's amazing. Yeah,
it's like a blind old dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's amazing.
Now, granted, had they noticed that, and because they had Dahlia was a tech, and Dahlia had said, I can repair this for you, that would have been an easy in, but they never actually interacted with the drone. So
I think it's okay to have like little Easter egg type things like that. Yeah.
It's really fun to have like an obstacle that's not actually an obstacle, but really an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like putting in obstacles, and then I like putting in like other opportunities if they fail a check, or if they want to think outside the box. Try to do that. But even with NPCs, if it's a social encounter, it's like, okay, who is this NPC? What is an obstacle they have to overcome, like them being on bluegrass withdrawal, or what have you? And then what is an opportunity that is possibly there for them to use if needed?
That's fair. It's something I've learned over the course of this campaign is not every mission needs a twist. Sometimes it could just be the mission. I've spent a lot of time in the past thinking, okay, well, how do I make this, interesting and different and unique? And sometimes it's okay just to be cyberpunk, just to have it is what it is. Wow.
I think I like, not necessarily like having a twist or something else happen, but having a chance, depending on what it is, a chance for something to happen if
things go wrong.
If things go wrong.
Yeah.
Or if they don't plan, if like noise gets made.
Sure.
That creates like a lot more. I think it tends to create my missions, but they make my missions more tense.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, because it seems to be going so well that you keep waiting for that shoe to drop.
Right.
And it's like the shoe only drops if you guys real fuck up. Until then, go. Good luck. I also try to, depending on what it is on the mission, I'll try to tie in the characters' backstories where it's appropriate. So some were just small, quick, like give people, if they need money for rent or something and they're looking for a quick gig, then it's, a Doberman that cannot see you and a surly old man that's not just going to hand over ammo. You have to charm him. Good luck. He's not easily impressed. You can do it. But for Games's character, he had created an enemy because he was playing. So Games was playing a fixer, and the enemy occurred because Games had sold him a faulty piece of a good that was faulty.
Okay.
And he determined it was one of those really bad fryers that used to overheat and set fire to things.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, and that's all the detail he gave me. So I thought about it, and I was like, okay, what was this? I'm like, well, he bought it. I said, well, why would he care so much? And I determined he had bought it so he could give his daughter a deep fries Mars bar as like her birthday cake because they didn't have a lot of money.
Oh my god!
They were smashed in a cargo container. It went up in flames. She got like degree burns, not so bad. He got like 3rd-degree burns. Ended up in massive medical debt.
That's so great. I love it.
And then I was like, okay, so what does he do? He's clearly blamed Games and whatever I can't remember what it was on the life path of like, what are you going to do about it? Uh-huh. I think it was like take him down or something, make him pay. So he hired a net runner to overtake Games' identity and charged Games the medical debt.
Oh, nice.
But at the time, before he had thought of this, he had gone to like a loan shark to get money so they could just live and his kid could have like food and an apartment, and then he ended up becoming an enforcer, but he wasn't very strong, so then he ended up getting all this like cyberware implants. Oh no, he got fired from his construction job because of the burns.
This
Had
is
to
a
get
very
job.
intricate backstory.
Oh yeah, but I was like, yeah, but that's what I went through to create this mission of why he had all this cyberware, and then Games got stuck with this like $20,000 debt that wasn't his.
Right.
And so the plan was for them to find who had done this, that the records were altered, and go and confront this person. And would they or would they not resolve it amicably, or would they fight? And if they fight, would they kill him? At which point they'd make his daughter an orphan, and she was best friends with the ELO girl that they had befriended, and they didn't know that.
Oh.
So had they killed him, the next time they logged on, Lily would have been like, I wish I could, like, I'd love to play with you guys, but my best friend just lost her dad. He was assaulted in his apartment by these like 3 people, and it's absolutely horrible, and I can't play, so I love you, bye.
Amazing.
So if they had chosen violence, I would have made them feel horrible for it.
That would have been amazing.
Yo.
That's great.
Sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it's deal with surly guy and his drone. Like, it depends. But I felt like if it's going to tie to your backstory, it should be something heavier.
Sure.
And I wanted it to be a multi-step process. So I didn't want him to just this guy to just confront him.
Sure.
I wanted it to be like, you have to go through this. And then it was like, well, why is he going through all this? What caused it? So.
Right. Makes
Sorry.
sense.
I like talking about my work.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Droned.
No, you're totally fine.
No.
I will say, I think my meds are wearing off, and I'm crashing. So I think this might be a good time to call it, unless anybody out there has any questions for us we can answer before we go. I'm gonna assume that's a no.
Well, we can give them time to type. Thank you, buddy.
I guess that's probably true. Night, guys.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us in this impromptu non-fireside chat. Fireside chat.
Yeah, we really needed a fire. Oh well. Maybe next time I'll find a fire.
Just picture like this is fine with fire burning around us, and that's about where we're at.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how it went this evening. It's like, fuck, there's so many variables stacked against us. And then it was just like, nah. Let's just call it. We'll do something chill. Try to come back next week. So
with no audio problems.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No promises. Anyway, love y'all. Have a good night. Catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.